Hey y'all, welcome back. So I went to Egypt and I had a blast. Me and my mom went and we went through the EF Go Ahead tours. Great tour. They took care of everything. I will say though, they had our flights hectic, back to back. We were barely making them. Like our names being called in the airport, barely making it. So I didn't get to record a lot. What I did get to record is like the little bits. We had the best in-flight dinner. That was so good. It was tortellini with white wine. They had a lot of newer movies to watch, and this was our flight from Germany, or from Houston to Germany. So once we landed at Germany, we thought we were going to be late, but a pilot was late. And so that gave us time to like sit and grab some other food because we were starving. And then I go to order food and everything on the menu is in German. I don't speak German, so I had to do it by look. I felt so just dumb. I don't know how else to describe it, but I ended up getting us these curry ham club sandwiches, and my mom just wanted a water, and I got fruit, a ginger shot, peach tea, and yeah, I did not know the conversion rate for Germany, so I just paid with my card because it'll do it automatically. That's a travel tip for y'all, like going in between. But anywho, so we get to the plane for going from Germany to Egypt, and once we landed in Cairo, we were supposed to go through customs again because we had to go from Houston to Germany in customs. But this little man met us and was like, EF tour, and ran us through the airport. Customs was like, if you don't go, like, they barely looked at our passports. And so then we got on a bus.
So the new capital city, or New Cairo, has been built with the highest technology over all the world. Not like the old-fashioned home what we have right now. They have a very nice view and privacy compound. You have seen the government has been divided in your left side hand and the right side hand. The left side hand, which is targeting the A and the B people, and the right side hand, the C categories. So you will find this side are the rich people, or they might.
What he was saying was that on the left side, the rich people live, and on the right side, which is showing now, is where like the lower class or poor people live. And that's how the city of Cairo is split. And there's a big highway that we're on, and y'all, they do not drive right over there, but that splits the two. And you can turn left and right, but the driving was ridiculous. So this is the Hilton that we stayed in for the first 2 nights, I think. Y'all, my night's gonna be confused because I felt like we was there for weeks and it was only 9 days. But anyways, we arrived at the Hilton and we were met by our travel guide.
Yes. It's very pretty in here. Mm-hmm. And you can just walk wherever you want to go, huh?
So
And the rest of our group. Y'all just remember this little lady asking we could walk where we want to, right? Because just wait on it.
I see human rights. You see every minute in this country, you get new experiences. Enjoy the experiences.
They look
Beautiful
pretty.
dresses.
They are. Congratulations. So this is where we met Hala, our tour guide. She is amazing, y'all. Like, she knew all the 411. But she was telling us those were the brides that were getting married. There was so many weddings at our first hotel. And y'all know I am a dessert lover. I seen this case and was like, this is what they serving tonight for dinner? Oh. Okay. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So I was very excited because all my life my mom has told me about Africa, how it's like on her bucket list, and like the pyramids, and just it's just stuff you see on TV, you see on movies, and you're like, oh, it would be so nice to go. And then I was like, let's go. And then we're here, like it's right in front of us. And by the way, I just want to clarify, we are now in GIZA. It's kind of like going from Kansas City, Kansas to Kansas City, Missouri to get from Cairo to Giza. But this hotel is the Hilton in Giza, and it's an older hotel. It had like kind Casablanca kind of feel to it. And we had the choice of separate rooms or rooming together. And y'all know I chose the room with my mom because, again, I'm the nervous type. But this was the room. And it was really nice. Y'all about to see me struggle trying to open this freaking door. And they had the nets for keeping mosquitoes out. So we just kept the door closed. But I never got it open anyways. And then we went to dinner. And I did not record because I was starving and chowed down. But this was our dinner outfits. We're so cute. And then this was breakfast. I have not been recording a thing because I just been tearing it down straight to eating. Okay, y'all. So after breakfast, we got on a bus. There's the pyramid, Great Pyramid of Giza in the background there. And then I got there, was so nervous. I had to, like, y'all just wait on it, okay? Look at me. I had to take a beat. But then we get there. And mind you, we have to stay with we have an armed guard that goes with us everywhere. So it was very safe. And, yeah, this is when the crazy started acting crazy, y'all. Listen. Suspect number one talking about she's supposed to go down there. And yes, I'm talking about my mama. Her and this other little lady and this other little lady, all three of them got lost. And I was pertaining to that in the first when I said just wait on it. But anywho, this is the pyramid and a little bit of history.
And it was out of respect. Behind his father's pyramid, slightly smaller than the father's pyramid, came the son and put another pyramid behind, smaller, but he was so smart. He chose a higher plateau. He put his pyramid on.
So Hala was explaining to us how the pyramids came to be and whose was whose. And this is just a full view of it. It's all about angles there. So then there's the Sphinx. They just had a basketball tournament there. So there was a lot of like staging stuff. It was really cool. Like I didn't know they did stuff like that, but it brings in money to the country. So we went to the Sphinx, and then after that we went to this restaurant that hosted us for lunch. This was just the appetizer portion. They fed us so much food, y'all, so much. Yeah, and then we went to the Step Pyramid.
Of Old Kingdom. Wow. There was a pyramid, and that's what you are about to walk inside later on for a king. His name was Titi.
That's
You
where we're
remember
going?
we were talking about Old Kingdom, beginning of the history. That was the time when the king came and said, no, I am not a humble human being, I am a divine creature, I am a god. That's why the Egyptians started to construct big pyramids for their kings. And that was the beginning. We have seen Giza pyramids, but that was later on. The country was in a debt, and Egyptians started to get bored, a lot of financial problems. That's why the pyramids became much smaller than before. But they started to boat out of papyrus. Again, the main mean of transportation was boats. They used the Nile, the irrigation canal, and what's left of his figure, his feet, and part of the feet of his wife, much smaller than his. She was the daughter of the king. But that was ancient Egypt. We try to change this now. Fishermen, fishing.
So I just want to pop in and say this was the only tomb I went in, and after the pyramids, my mom did not go in this one. She just stayed on the bus because she was tired, and again, it was so hot. So yeah, this was the only one I went in. I do want to pop in and say a lot of the history we were taught as children was not true. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not going to go back and forth, but it's simply just not true information. This is the temple that Imhotep, who's depicted in so many American movies as a bad guy, from The Mummy to it's another one. But he is literally just a genius that was misunderstood for his time. So we went to the Egyptian rug factory, and there in Egypt, the kids can pick a trade that they must go to school for. So they go in school in the afternoon or in the mornings, and whichever time they go, that opposite time, they are in these factories learning different trades. And there's a few for them to choose from. But after the rug factory, we went to see the dam that has saved a lot of the monuments and actually helped Egypt a lot.
And that was the UNESCO, the help of different Western countries, they were able to save a lot of temples. It was a race against time. They didn't have time. The water was rising very quickly, and they wanted to save the temples. Of course, they started with the important ones, like not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we visit Abu Simbel. 2 temples have been saved. It took them 4 years. And the day after tomorrow we visit Philae temple, which had been saved as well. And it was very difficult. I mean, they were very difficult projects.
Okay, y'all, so we ride through the dam or over the dam to get to Aswan, Egypt. And we went to an oil shop here, which is another one of those traits the kids can learn. Now, I didn't record the whole like process of the oil making and the glass blowing because this trip was very attainable and I didn't want to ruin too much of the experience. I just wanted y'all to come with me, but also go on your own because it's worth it. And so I bought so many oils, and they wrap them up so they're TSA customs approved. But this is a demonstration he gave us of him blowing the glass from scratch, and it's so cool. And then you go upstairs, and every shop we went to, they had hospitality out of this world. They offered you drinks, ice creams, teas, like top notch. I know y'all heard her say before they went on the camel, I did not go on nobody's camel. And also it should be noted that the pyramids, the oils, the dam was all in the same day. And now we are on our way to our next hotel in Aswan. And here we are arrived. No. Y'all be careful. Y'all scared me. Like that? Just leave it to the RTs to fall. As y'all can see, those stairs was tearing us up, boy. Anywho, so we finally made it to the actual resort, and they gave us these complimentary drinks. They were not my favorite, but then we had an excursion the next morning. We had to be up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, so me and my mom opted out the night excursion for that night. Instead, we went and got lunch and dinner, and we got massages and we got ready to wake up early, so went to bed kind of early. But yeah, this was the view. The room was nice. Y'all should have seen my mama's face when I told her what the bill was after lunch, because she was like, what we gonna eat? Y'all see that? That's only 40 to 40 American dollars for 2 people. And then this is me naming the turtles. So over there is Wilbert and Little Man. Keyshawn, it's right there. So yeah, me and my mom, the resort had like shopping. It had a whole bunch of stuff to do. So we basically spent the whole night. Like, we got dinner, and then after dinner we got ice cream from the ice cream shop inside the resort. And it was just the perfect relaxing night after like such a busy day. So it was just nice. So this was the next day, and we got up and got breakfast before our flight. And this is me and my mom picking where we're gonna sit. That's the Nile River in the background, and then they had a really cute pool area. Good morning, y'all. Finally on here talking. I had a bump on my face, but we are about to have breakfast, and this is our last day in Aswan. Me and mommy.
Oh, this is gonna be a challenge. Doing that.
We're about to get breakfast before we gotta check out and go on our flight. If y'all know my mom, y'all know she do not like being recorded. That's why she talking about it's about to be a challenge.
It smells good.
It smell like what? What? It smell like, boy, can't take her nowhere. Y'all, so we got to Abu Samel, and y'all, this was the longest walk, but worth it. Like, monument reveal. Like, walking up to this was breathtaking. It was so hot though, y'all, so hot. I was not prepared for the heat, so keep that in mind. They all still have their noses. I was so shook because y'all know nothing in Egypt has a nose right now, be it from weather damage or whatever. And here go my phone turned into an Android because it was so hot. But this is King Ramses II's temple. And I did go into the temples because that's where people would go to praise and worship them. So I didn't feel weird about going in it like I did the tombs. But this was one of the ones that had to be moved because of the rising water before the dam, and it was all underwater, which is why he's still intact the way he is, and all the hieroglyphs are still in this specific temple. So like earlier you could tell where she was saying the feet, that was taken to somebody's museum. So All right, y'all. So here we are walking to our cruise ship. Ours was the Blue Shadow 4, so we had to walk through three different ships. And they took our luggage for us everywhere. We just kept carry-ons. This was the room. It was really cute. Again, I stayed with my mom the whole time. We could have got separate rooms, but I just wanted to be with my mommy. And then this is me looking for what? You know it, the life vest, because I don't trust cruises after seeing all those videos. This one was really nice. Although, will I get on another cruise ship? I think one is good for me. But yeah, I found the life vest. And yeah, we just toured the room. And then y'all, my mom and I went to explore the rest of the ship.
Where are you? I'm coming. Slow but sure. Oh man, the guy's not here.
He might be behind me.
This is the guy.
Drink a cappuccino.
A cappuccino in the heat.
Cappuccino. She's cracking me up. Oh, y'all, this little lady telling us, where are you? That's suspect number 2 of getting lost. Her, my mom, and this other lady all wandered off through the trip, y'all. Had us all in a panic. But anyways, this is the top deck. Where's Leo to hold me over? Psych. Y'all, this has my anxiety on 10, but I seen these family of ducks swimming, and y'all, they are the cutest. Like, look at them. We are on the Now River. This is like, I hate doing that. Okay, so y'all, this is to frame like my eye view. The sun is beating me down. Your girl been wearing her sunscreen though. I don't know which way the front of the boat is. I was saying it's juicy. The tea they have is juicy, y'all. Juicy, juicy tea. Listen. Yeah, we had this for dinner. You could pick your dish, and I picked the seafood, and it was shrimp and like this lobster stuff. I don't know what it was, but that was so good. It was so good, and they brought you more than one serving. Like this was small, so you know I ate 2. But anywho, so y'all, it is a time. It's Wednesday. And it is only 9:53. I am wiped, but my mama, shit, Miss Maggie, she's 71. And our other friends from the cruise, we only have 2 so far, cause it's anywho, they are all at this party. Y'all can probably hear it going. What Kate I say? I ducked the party. Who said they saw me? No, but I told them all I would be back, and then I was gonna go to the bathroom, which I did. I did use the bathroom in the room, but also like, look at my jacket. Look at me. I'm tired. I do not. But I gotta take this tip money back down to my mama, and I'm gonna sit there for a little bit. And I'm gonna get ghost again, because if it's one thing I can do is duck a party. Yeah, but I'm just checking in. I'm probably not gonna take my phone back down there, just the room key and some money for my mom to tip. As long as she having a good time. I told her don't come in here being loud tonight since she at the party, and I told her she better not fall up these stairs, because they're like spiral stairs, and she keep walking on the wrong side, the corners where they get like skinny and then they get, she's stressing me. I just want to interject here and say that I had a sinus infection for the entire trip. I took multiple COVID tests and I didn't have any symptoms except for stuffy nose, and all my COVID tests kept coming back negative. So it was definitely my sinuses, and they didn't have any sinus medicine. So I suffered sinusly, like headache, all of it the entire trip. But yeah, that's why I sound the way I sound. Again, that's suspect number one and number two watching the RT shop because her husband just bought a plane. So she was in there balling out. But these two bracelets, y'all, they're real gold. He had all real silver, all real stones, diamonds, rubies, all of that. And it was just out of my price range. I really wanted it and I feel like I deserved it. But also I was like, this ain't even the end of the trip. But I did buy a lot of jewelry out of there. But yeah. All right, y'all. So I went up to the upper deck. I kind of recorded. I'm feeling a little better. Excuse me. Sorry. The seasickness is not, it's going away. But this is my favorite view right now. I'm just sitting at the little table. I came back to change clothes, but we can see the sunset. And it's just so peaceful. I'm just sitting here in the room. Like, it's really breathtakingly beautiful here. We're in Aswan. Cairo and Giza is like a city, so it's a little bit more populated, I guess you could say. But Aswan is like, look, it's the countryside, and right now we are riding on the Nile River. And for those of you looking for Nile crocodile, you will not find him here, but his relatives and them live on the other side of the dam they built, because as I was trying to explain earlier, Port Very, by the way, they built the dam because it was flooding all of the attractions. So like the temple we went to today had watermarks for trash bags. So before they built the dam. But yeah, there's just fish in this water. There's nothing else. All the crocodiles are on the other side, and y'all, they are huge. I've not seen a crocodile that big ever. Like, they are like huge, like ginormous. At the shops today, I couldn't record. The boat motor stopped. I be panicking because I'm here by myself. The motor, boy, I had to assess the situation. Anywho, this was a sunset. I actually got a picture of it, and then we did a night tour, and it was so interesting.
Good God from outside, never inside, what they were suffering from. But you see on each side of the shrine, we have an eye and an ear. So you tell the good doctor what you are suffering from. The good doctor can see you, can hear you. You don't have to go inside. And she was a very famous goddess of ancient Egypt with a feather above her head. She was goddess Ma'at, goddess of truth and justice. She is the one dividing, that's a dividing line.
Tip, Ma'at always has a feather, and Isis, goddess of love, always has a chair or throne on top of her head, and that's how you tell them apart. This is sped through and hot because it was hot outside at night too, and this was just outside of the temple. These are the gators or crocs that they pulled from the temple that they used to like keep and mummify, which was really cool to see. Again, I apologize for the very poor quality because my phone overheated and eventually died. And this is the night suspect 2 went missing, so I had to breeze through the museum because they made all of us go back to the ship. My mom did not go on this tour because she was tired and she stayed on the ship. Y'all, they did find her, and then we took off, and here's the morning view. We went to Karnak Temple / LUXOR. It's all one temple, but through like damage of weather and stuff, it kind of got a little separated. But this is one of they used to carry them on their backs on that thing. And then this is the temple. It's all supposed to be colorful, and you're going to see scaffolding because workers are there like putting wet fabric on it, letting it sit and dry. And then when they take the wet away, it reveals the colors. So they're literally all there doing that by hand. And then we went to the temple of Hatshepsut, which was destroyed by her nephew.
Hatshepsut, standing between the two, typical, the Falcon, Horus, and Albistot, purifying her with ink. Her figure is completely defaced, as well the cartouches. And that's the lady and the man in front of her father, Amra, with the 2 feathers, giving him offerings, praying. Her figure is completely defaced, and he defaced her names as well, except 3 letters of the name. When you read this, it's E-Min-M, E-Min. That's the name of the god. He destroyed her name, but coming to the god's name.
Again, I don't want to tell the whole story, but basically her nephew came and destroyed all of her monuments and temples because he found out she took the throne over him, and he was mad. She became a king,
As I
only
told you,
woman
in
king.
ancient times they used everything. They used the green part because it's flexible and strong to make baskets and sandals, but to make the people we slice this white inner part. And these slices are breakable because it contain amount of sugar and water. So we just use a mallet. Drops a second because they have a big family. They call it family tree. They said this is the father, the king of the family, with crown, a mother, and first the 3 children. A mother get wings like that to protect the family, and father start to
So we
write
went
all
to
the
the
family
Papyrus
names.
Institute where they learn how to make the paper and do art on it. And then we went to Luxor. It was a night tour, which was really cool. But I got stuck with the troublemakers, aka suspects number 1, 2, and 3. All they did was tell lies about how they would stay in the same place the whole time. Those 3. So all 3 of those ladies have gotten lost during the trip and wandered off and left everybody looking for them. And those 3 are, the troublemakers basically. So we have to keep them in the same vicinity with each other. And I have decided to be their supervisor. I am supervisor of the daily line the whole trip. Like, yeah, we'll be here, we'll stay here. Lies. They have moved every second. But anywho, we are at the Luxor. And each 4 of the ones I just shown, here are their pictures. And there's the valley. I'm just gonna walk through real quick because I really do. I have the one assigned responsibility for those 3. Okay, so I was showing y'all a little bit of Karnak. That was the entrance from the Luxor side. But these are the 5 dynasties. And as we know, King Tut here, he's the most popular. Everyone knows him. Y'all can pause to read these. But Queen Hatshepsut was considered a king. She's the one who took the throne from her nephew. And later we'll see her temple where everything was defaced because her nephew was not fooling around when he found out she stole the kingdom from him. And if you look, you'll see she ruled for about 15 years and was like literally queen. And this is the next day. We went to see the Valley of the Kings, which is where all of them are buried except for Hatshepsut. And she's buried in her temple. But he was in there. King Tut's mummy's in there. His 2 outer casings are the ones that you'll go see when you go to a museum in a different country or somewhere else. Like he was in Kansas recently. And this is a tour of the Alabaster factory. Again, another trade the kids can learn. They make really nice unbreakable figurines. This is the temple / mortuary for Hatshepsut. Again, her nephew ran through and carved her. He was so angry to carve her out like that. But there's other advisors and people there. And honestly, I tried to go in the temples, but it just wasn't sitting right on my soul. So I didn't go into any of the tombs, not temples, tombs, because their mummies were still there. And this is the last night, y'all. I am so mad we didn't get to enjoy this hotel fully. This was the room and the view. We were back in Cairo. And we were preparing to leave. Our flight was at like 1 or 2 in the morning. And we got there at like 10. So we had dinner, went to the room, and there was again like shopping and stuff. So I got a few last minute gifts for people. And I just took some videos in the room and of like the statues they had and some of the artwork. And y'all, this is the tour wrapping up. This was Ramses. It was a Ramses hotel. It's King Ramses. And I just thought this last photo was so cool. But y'all, this is the end. Thank you. And I will see y'all in the next one.